pass away, but your word will never fade. Many generations passed, but your kingdom forever lasts. You are my God, I give you praise. Hallowed be your name. You are my God, ancient of days. Hallowed be your name. You are my God, I give you praise. Hallowed be your name. You are my God, ancient of days. Hallowed be your next stop, I could stay here for the rest of the day. Cause in your presence there is wholeness, joy in its fullness, and I won't have it any other way. You are my God, I give you praise. Hallowed be your name. You are my God, ancient of days. Hallowed be your name. You are my God, I give you praise. Hallowed be your name. You are my God, ancient of days. Hallowed be your name. Savior, there is nobody like you. Yeah. You made me just like you. Every step I take in your shoes. That is why I know feet tire, I know feet retire. I pull up your right, best of your design. Yeah, for your purpose, yes, you created me. For your purpose, that is why I exist. Wonderfully, beautifully made. Wonderfully, in your image. Wonderfully, Lord, my life you separate for your glory. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Your spirit in me makes me complete. Oh, makes me complete. Oh, makes me complete. Your spirit in me makes me complete. Oh, makes me complete. Oh, makes me complete. I can go the distance with your assistance. I know I can, know I can. I know I can, know I can. I can go the distance with your assistance. I know I can, know I can. I know I can, know I can. I keep second guessing myself when you put me on the spot that I dwell. Made in your image, I'm a boner. Baby, yeah, you say boner. Not by might, by your power in my life. The spirit is leading, the spirit is breathing, moving on my mind. Yeah. Wonderfully, beautifully made. Wonderfully, in your image. Wonderfully, Lord, my life you separate for your glory. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Spirit in me makes me complete. Makes me complete. Makes me complete. Spirit in me makes me complete. Makes me complete. Makes me complete. Makes me complete. I can go the distance with your assistance. I know I can, know I can. I know I can, know I can. I can go the distance with your assistance. I know I can, know I can. I know I can. Don't care what people say, I no send anybody. This love I found is so beautiful, and every day is sweeter than the day before. They can try to take me away from me, Jesus. As long as I'm breathing, I'm never ever turning away. Day by day, I will follow your ways. I'll do what you say. I no send anybody. If they turn away me, I go follow your ways. Don't care what people say. I no send anybody. Anybody. Day by day, I will follow your ways. Follow you. I'll do what you say. I no send anybody. If they turn away me, I go follow your ways. Don't care what people say. I no send anybody. This love I found is so beautiful, and every day is sweeter than the day before. They can try to take me away from me, Jesus. As long as I'm breathing, I'm never ever turning away. Day by day, I will follow your ways. Follow your ways. I'll do what you say. I no send anybody. If they turn away me, I go follow your ways. Don't care what people say. I no send anybody. Anybody. Day by day, I will follow your ways. Yeah. I'll do what you say. I no send anybody. If they turn away me, I go follow your ways. Don't care what you say. I no send anybody.
Good evening, Smil. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Hey, the patience. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine.
Hello. Good evening. Oh.
Good evening. How are you?
I know. Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
So, please let's start and do what you can do before the time runs out. So, then that's as fast as possible.
Okay. Can we go live on Facebook now?
Yes, we're already live on Facebook. Since
Okay. Okay. That's fine. So, we want to appreciate the Almighty God for another time. It's a webinar we've been announcing for a few months now, and to God be the glory. It's now a reality. Okay. Thank you, God, for taking time. All right. Quickly, we want to start this, but before we start, we need to introduce ourselves, right? The voice you're hearing, my name is Oludari Wayowa Oluwashon, the mayor of Oliver Mayor. I'm your host every Sunday by 7:30 on Facebook and 8 p.m. on radio. And also, I have MC Wonder, MC Wonder, who is also a credible person uh, doing this every blessed time with us. I'm not sure he can talk, but I'm sure he's with us. Then, MC, you are patient. Please introduce yourself. MC Wonder cannot talk.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Ido. I am intermediate partner on Radio High Flyer 103.3. I greet everyone. You are all welcome.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Well, I think we really have a guest here. We really have a guest here. But before I go to the guest, permit me to introduce the CEO of New White Educational Consultant Limited and also the co-founder of Oyedola Foundation, Mr. Oyedola Andrew. Good evening, sir.
Okay, thank you, Francois. It's to the glory of God that we are here today. And we hope we can touch one or two things that may be bothering people's mind. So as we quickly here attend to the questions.
Okay, thank you. I think the only guest we have he or she had left though. This Nigerian network in our
Probably told them to engage on Facebook. If you have any questions, you can also drop on Facebook. It's live on Facebook.
okay.
And then if you can be their Evans advocates.
Okay, okay.
So what questions you think might bother them, and then we can ask, and then we address it. And I think people can always refer to the video anytime they have any question on their mind.
All right, thank you. Well, I don't want us to drag this further because I know you are very busy. I want us to wrap this up on or before 5 at the special guest of God. And we all know, I don't want the situation where people will now be asking us, if I want to travel, will I do the passport? I don't know. We all know the fundamental things needed before you could travel to study out of the country. So now I would start with this, Mr. Idola. Most of the times we've asked a lot of people that will tell us they want to travel to do the BSc masters. And we all know the fundamental things needed to do that. You will need your passport. Okay, let me even start with let me start with this, sir. The fundamental things needed, sir, in two categories now. Those that want to study BSc and also those that want to go for masters. What are the basic things needed for them to achieve that, sir? Let's start with that.
On the BSc, you will need your or WAEC, or let me say whole level. I saw a video one time. Someone was talking about why the person was trying to criticize all the exams that are in Nigeria. That's before the federal government started JAMB. JAMB was used. That we should notice that JAMB is not called exam. We call it Joint Admission and Matriculation Policy Board. Admission of students into higher institution, whether polytechnic or university. But the purpose of that is to ensure that the students that will be going into the university are well drilled, and they are students that are qualified for those universities. But later, and this was done in collaboration with the universities. But later, the university introduced even something more, that is post-UTME. That now a student will have to write 3 exams before he gets into university. The WAEC or whole level, then the UME itself, and then post-UTME. That it's only in Nigeria that you see such. That even the same WAEC that is not that's being discriminated against in Nigeria is being accepted outside Nigeria. That's someone with WAEC may not enter, not even me. It's not likely going to enter UNILAG, but that same person can enter with that same certificate, can enter into university in the UK and everywhere. So That shows what is required as a BSc, as someone who is applying to be a BSc career student. And then, of course, to know you, they will require your CV. And we know, like you rightly said, any form of traveling requires international passports. So your statement of purpose, that is, you have to write in a statement what you want to do, what you plan to do, and why you are traveling, and why you chose that university. You write it, and then if you have the probably the WAEC, they call it gap. If WAEC is a bit late than the time you are applying, then or would I say earlier? Probably your WAEC was in 2021 and you're just applying in 2025. They want to know what you've been doing between 2021. So they put down one gap documents. So they want to know what you have been doing so as to ensure that your brain is still active in the mind of education, and then we'll be able to capture what you're about to be taught. So apart from that, the only thing required yet is your reference letter, which you can get from any reputable persons as BSc. But as a master, in addition to that, you will have to have your BSc certificates, or if you are an HND, some universities accept HNDs just like Nigeria as well. Some university accepts HND for direct master. Some will require you to go and take, they call it indirect master. So you go and take the direct entry to university to PSC that will take you 1 year. So after that, you can then go to master directly. So that would require 2 years rather than someone who's studying 1 year master directly. So that's just the difference. And also, if you also have the family that wants to follow you, yes, the master now, right now, is categorized into two. If you have a family that wants to follow you, then your master will have to be master in research, not just any master. The master in research, that one will be you saying you want to come and do research, and then in progression, you might progress to PhD. So that will allow you to bring your family in, and then you'll be able to then tell the university that you have what it takes to undergo the research. So that will be stated in your statement of research. And then some will require proposal because it's a research. And some will even require you talk to the supervisor. And another thing, some university require IELTS for that, and some will just allow you to use WAEC as or your O-level results, in the English, your O-level as the only requirements that you need. So you can always bring your family along with that. So for PhD, you need all those ones. But in addition to that, you need your master to be able to qualify. But in between all this, ensure that there is a gap document, if there is a gap between your documents, between your certificates. And in addition to master research, because you're going to show two things. Unlike BSc, you are going to show your O level and you're going to show your BSc. If your O level is more than 10 years, they won't accept it. So some will require you to produce proof of English, which is more like IELTS, and some accept what they call ECTIS. ECTIS is for the home office UKVI to assess your certificate and certify that you can undergo a training, that your study or what you've been doing has been taught in English and you are still in the line of English, that you can easily understand what you'll be taught when you get here in English. So someone will insist on IELTS if your O level is more than 10 years and your BSc is more than 5 years. Some will insist on you writing ITS. So depending on the university. I hope that answers all the requirements or question.
Okay, I think that's well explanatory. Well, we don't need to stress that further again. So going straight to the, okay, I'm having Mr. Sam Bimbo on the call now, trying to add in if he's going to ask one or two questions from you. But while we are waiting to join proper, a lot of people have been asking us that are there really scholarships opportunities in UK regarding all these three categories you just mentioned? So just explain in a bit, sir.
There is no category that doesn't have scholarship. Even postdoc has scholarship. Even job has scholarship. When I mean scholarship, the company will accept you and they will even sponsor your trip down to the UK. So there is scholarship for everything. But the challenge is before you can be qualified for anything, then you must be able to show that you are what that which you are requiring. And that is why we provide trainings, opportunities for people to prepare themselves for all these type of opportunities. Even people who are here, we provide different trainings, different information that will make them, usually call it making yourself the best candidate for any opportunity. I think I discussed similar thing with MC Mayor on Saturday. That's there are things that we can do. The opportunities are there when it comes to this, but you don't just spend all your life doing one thing or doing whatever you like, and then now just wake up one day and say you want to attain or achieve what they call it scholarship. No, you must have been living your life strategically towards what you aim to achieve. If you want scholarship, I don't tell anybody it's not achievable. The only thing it requires is the roadmap. You will be living your life, you'll be arranging your life, and you will be strategic about it. Everything you'll be doing will be tailored to what you want to achieve. If you want to achieve a situation where you want to get job outside and they will sponsor you, of course it's available. They always want, there is no, it's just like even in Nigerian universities, if you want to cross from one department to the other, every department wants to get the best students. The same thing with countries. They want to get the best brain, either in education or in job. They want the best brain. How do you make yourself the best brain? These are the reasons we provide different trainings, different opportunities that will guide you towards achieving that. So, if you want to work the journey, and if you think you have been doing that even before now on your own, of course, we are not the only one training people. We are not the only one providing opportunity. So, if you've been doing that, of course, you can assess what you've been doing and see how much it helps you to achieve whether scholarship or whether being qualified for a job. But you can't be all through your life be someone who has been what do you call it, working in bank, making money, or someone who has been making money in the bank, and then you just wake up one day and say you want to apply for for a job in health or medicine, that you want to be a doctor. There's no correlation. But if you want to be a doctor, your life must have been tailored towards medicine that will build you towards becoming a doctor. So same thing with scholarship or job opportunities. Things that you have been doing must relate with that line, that you will get free access to those places and they will sponsor every there are scholarships that they will pay. It's just like the job as well. They will pay your flight, they will pay because they see that special thing in you and they always want the brain, they always want value. Same thing with jobs as well. They want someone who will come and add value to their jobs. So they see that specialty in you. So that's why we provide all those trainings and then guide people on how they can make themselves the best candidate for those opportunities. I hope that answers your question.
All right, that's well explanatory, sir. Okay, before I go further, we have guests amidst us. I'm looking at Mr. Sam Bimbo. Good evening, sir. Mr. Sam Bimbo, can you unmute yourself and speak, sir? Mr. Sam Bimbo, please unmute yourself. Okay, I don't think he can hear us.
Probably if anybody has
Yeah,
any question,
hello?
let's just.
Okay, Mr. Sam Bimbo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here now.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Sir, what's
Yeah,
your name, sir? Where are you watching us from? Hello, sir. Okay, I think his network is a bit not fine. Okay, I'm having here Mr. Oli Clem. Oli Clem, good evening, sir. Mr. Oli Clem, can you hear us? Mr. Oli Clem. Mr. Oli Clem, can you hear us, sir? Okay. Good evening. All right, Mr. Ogungbenro Okpeyemi, can you hear us, sir? Mr. Ogungbenro Okpeyemi.
I can hear.
Yeah, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine.
Sir, what's your name and where are you watching us from?
My name is Webiner. I'm watching from Ibadan.
Ibadan. How did you heard about this webinar, sir? How did you heard about it?
A friend sent it to me yesterday. Send the link to me.
Okay. So, sir, any questions, sir, for Mr. Oyedela regarding all we've been discussing so far? Any question you have whatsoever, please ask him now.
Actually, I just joined now, so I didn't start from the beginning, and I couldn't.
Okay.
I joined towards the ending.
The friend that shared you this link, did he tell you the reason for the meeting?
Yes, he said that the meeting is for someone that wants to travel abroad that needs maybe loan or school for schooling.
That want to travel abroad to study.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
do you have any question relating to this matter, sir?
My question is, for instance, if I want to travel and I don't have enough capital to go about it, can there be help for that?
Mr. Dola, over to you, sir.
They will say what money cannot buy, the hand will buy it. If you have what do you call it, grass at the back of your house, if you don't have the time, you will ask what we call gardener to come and help you, and you pay the gardener. And that's the purpose of education. Sometimes, anyway, in most cases, if you do not have the time, you can say, probably you have not used your time for what will make the garden clean. So that means you have been using your time for something else, and you must have been making money from it. That's why they will ask you for school fees. But if you have been making your time for the education and you think you're qualified to have done what it requires to have that free education, especially when it comes to scholarship or traveling out, then they will say you are more than welcome. And the things about that is what I explained earlier. you must have been doing what is in line with that which you require, which you want to achieve. That will help you to be able to say, hey, I am qualified for this. But anything outside that, except you are looking for a loan, and the one regarding loans, we talked about that recently, that it must be someone who is open to study STEM courses and must be qualified for that same courses. One. Two, the person must be capable of paying for the initial deposits when they get admission. Because even those who are been sponsoring that, and some Nigerians have spoiled that opportunity. So in case of just getting admission, anyway, I don't want to talk about that, but that opportunity has been, so the people who are sponsoring that, they devised another means that the students, the candidates must be able to afford to pay for the initial deposits that the university requires. So when you now get there, then they can take it up from there and then help you to pay. They will give you a certificate that you will show to the university, and then they will help you take it up from there, and then they will pay the rest. But anything outside that for now, you do not have access to. It's either you're looking for scholarship or you're looking for such arrangements. That way. If it is scholarship, I already explained, you must have been doing things that makes you qualify for that scholarship. So maybe when we assess what you've been doing, and then if you now you are determined, because I don't always discourage anybody from achieving anything. There is nothing that cannot be achieved. If you are determined that maybe this stage I've not done it enough, what are the things that I need to do to work towards, that will guide you towards that? And after assessing the stage you are, and then the stage you need to or work to be able to qualify yourself for that opportunity. And outside that as well, some states, I think they usually, because there was a guest on our program that happens to be, she's been here since 2021, and she also came in on Tech Fund. So there are Nigerian arranged programs like that they do sponsor people, either by the government or by individuals, which you can look out for. Then you'll be able to see, you can take advantage of that if you're also qualified for it. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. You've answered it.
Any other questions, sir?
Not really.
Okay. So, Mr. Sambimbo, are you back now? Mr. Sambimbo, are you back now, sir? Hello, Mr. Sambimbo, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, sir. If you're talking, we can't hear you. Okay. Mr. Oli Clem, I don't know. Mr. Oli Clem. Mr. Oli Clem, are you there, sir? Mr. Oli Clem. Yeah, good evening, sir. We can hear you. Good evening. Mr. Oli Clem, please unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Okay. Mr. Sambimbo, I can see you're on video camera. Are you back now?
Probably his audio is not on. No? If he has any question, he can also type it into the chats.
You can type it. Any question you ask, you want to ask, you can type. You can type. So, Mr. Edela, somebody just reached out to me now via text and asking that most times that when student has secured admission to United Kingdom, there's most agents do leave them to just be stranded without giving them any direction. He even told me very clearly that the agent told him that his work has finished since he landed in UK. And as as a consultant, which you are also in this line of business, how do you try and assist Nigerians, especially Nigerians, in order to ensure that when they get to UK to come and study, they are not abandoned? Thank you.
The agents is not completely wrong. When you consult an agent, the journey is to here. If you are looking for further assistance, that's either on arranged. Some will even ask you for money, so that's to be able to, and some will, if they don't really have that access, you're on your own, and they are not wrong because the journey has truly ended here. But the only thing that we are able to, and that's to mean that you don't, it's not as if it's his obligation or he has any obligation to you to take you from and be taken care of, because some people will still even want someone who will be looking for a job for them or not. Those are not his obligation. So the only obligation he has with you is to help you apply. And even applying, agents can only apply. Agents does not have the obligation to, because the agent does not own the school. Agent does not have the obligation to help you get to approve your application. The only thing is they will should assess your document and see whether you're qualified. And the process, the agent does not own what they call it, consular. The agent does not own the university. Even the university is not owned by the vice chancellor. The vice chancellor is just the head of the university. It is the board from the faculty that will determine whether you are. And it's because I'm in the line of academics, that's why I'm privy to this knowledge. It is the board of the faculty that will determine whether your application is what their faculty want. 2, they will determine whether they still have space for such. 3, they will determine whether they have resources to be able to take what you are coming to study. So they assess all those ones before they say yes, come. So the agents, you can't really blame the agent for. But because one, we are here, we are privy to this knowledge, and then we have a community that assists Nigerians who are just arriving here, and that's why we try as much as possible to provide assistance. And like we say, you are not, nobody is obligated to you to do it. It's just out of the probably one of the, anyway, not even probably, out of the task God has given to us to carry out. So someone don't just feel entitled to it and believing that I am supposed to be given this. I could remember one of the guests we brought on the radio on the last time. He said something similar, and people can always refer. Since he got here, we don't expect someone to be, then leave his own house and then be. If the person does that, of course, to the glory of God, and that's what we are trying to do to ensure that you have a smooth landing and you have a smooth journey here. But nobody's obligated to you. But that's why I cannot blame those agents. But to the glory of God, we have built a community that can help you, that can assist you in, and we call it assistance, not right or obligation. So I can assist you settle down here, have a smooth journey. And if you walk the journey with us, if you're ready to walk the journey with us, we have, by the help of the Holy Spirit, we have the roadmap for that will guide you through your success here. And if you are obedient to God's instructions, God's journey is always 100%. It's not really 90% or 99%. Always 100%. That the success will be sure. And that does not mean there are other challenges, like the guest said the other time. The challenges will be overcome with our resilience. And that's one thing they always know Nigerians for, resilience to overcome challenges. So that's what I can say about that. I hope that answers the question.
Okay. We have a question. Somebody just, okay, Mr. Sam Bimbo. I heard the information from the iFlyer program. Okay, thank you so much, sir. He said he heard about the program from our radio program. Thank you, sir. I need information on the loan, if I can also to pay for the first repayment. I think Mr. Dola has answered this question. regarding the loan of a thing. He said, for now, because of untruthfulness of Nigerians, the organization paying for the loan had compulsorily said the applicant must pay 50% of the tuition fee first before they could, assist to now pay the rest. So, before now, we've been saying that they would assist you to pay the upfront payment of the school fee. But now, because of the untruthfulness of Nigerians and some other people, they've mandated that for you to qualify, having been studying a STEM course rather. What I mean by STEM, I mean courses under science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So if you are studying all these courses, you qualify for the loan. However, there's another clause. For you to qualify again after studying or having admission in STEM courses, you have to pay 50% of your tuition fee. And there are also things they need to consider before they give you a loan. So, well, if God says you are granted, fine. I don't know if Mr. Idola would.
It's not a matter of, anyway, if God says, everything is about God. If God permits, but it's not as difficult as that. Number one, the application must come through us. They don't accept outside application. Two, it must be in STEM course, like you rightly said. The three, it doesn't have to be 50%.
Okay.
The initial deposit is what they require, depending on what the university is requiring. And then we are even trying as much as possible to see lower initial payments. Once you go through us and then you're able to get into STEM courses, you are qualified for STEM courses, and then you have the admission and you are able to pay the initial deposits. Then the initial deposits, it depends on the university, but we are working, and if your aim is to achieve that, then we can work towards looking for the university that will require the least amount of first deposits. So if you're talking about 50%, 50% might be around 8,000 because the school fees is always around 15, 16,000, 17,000. So it might be around 8,000. But initial deposits most times always 4,000, around 4,000. So that will be better. There are universities that they will insist on you paying that 50% first as initial deposit. But if you are targeting that, we won't definitely push you to that kind of university. We would like to exactly look at. But if you another clause, if you're not looking for MRES, if you want to bring your family along, that's another thing entirely. So we must get all these things right. Universities, they know that MRES is very special right now because they are not accepting family for just ordinary masters. So they are requiring from students to pay that 50% as the initial deposit. That's where what Engineer just said now will apply. That you need, if you apply for MRES, but if you want to say, I'm the only one coming, I don't need any family, then we'll look for the best, the cheapest in terms of initial deposits. So the university that will require the list of amounts that you will be able to take advantage of. That's just the idea around it.
All right. Mr. Sambibo, I could see your question again. How to proceed if I want to go through. Okay, no problem. You can reach out to me. We'll see what we can do to kick off the whole process. That means if you have all the requirements we just talked about, you can't tell me you don't have I just want to go and do my international passport. No, please. We all know the requirement. I don't know the plan you want to go for. You can even share with us now the plan you want to go for. You have opportunity, you have direct access to Mr. Adriana. Just share us what is your current qualification and what you intend to go and read. Or what is it, MSc or BSc? Mr. Yedola is here. Yeah, so Mr. Yedola, somebody just asked me again that we all know that we going to school over there requires a lot of money. And also, like you said, some universities would require you pay 50% of the payment. When you now get there, you start hustling for your. So, sir, how easy is it getting a job over there for people that are coming through our own route? Thank you.
Like I said, when you were asking, helping me down, and I try to clarify for people not to be feeling obligated. It is not our obligation to look for job, people. But to answer your question, how easy? I don't want it to sound, when you say people coming through us, I don't want it to sound like it is part of the arrangement that you will get. Some will now tie your shirt and say, you have said, I don't say things that I cannot do. But the question, how easy? It's just like the Nigerian community. If you are, it depends on the kind of job you're looking for. And then it depends on the networks that you have. So we are trying to create, being as a community, we create a community for Nigerians to set into. As a community, we are trying to link to as many connections as possible, networks as possible, for those who have been here before us. So we connect with almost all the Nigerian communities to assist and to make it easier for our people coming down here to get jobs. You can't say you want to be a banker in Nigeria and just said the banking job is available everywhere. Or you can't say you want to work in oil and gas and say it's everywhere. So that would be a promise too optimistic. But it still does not mean you won't get that. But the only thing is, if you, like we have been saying, what you aim to achieve, we have a roadmap by the grace of God. We have a roadmap for you to be able to walk that journey and achieve it fully. And we have the community. Sometimes what it requires, most of the times, are just networks and information for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Either even just ordinary menial jobs to get, because some people, once they get here, they want to start making the money. Even to get that requires information and network, and that is what we are trying to produce as much as possible, so it can be easier for people to get those jobs. So I wouldn't say you once you get here, you start working immediately. I wouldn't say that. But we have a community that can assist you, and assistance, I emphasize that. So you don't feel obligated, you don't feel entitled, that can assist you. You have a community that can assist you to help you in those areas, getting the immediate jobs that you can start with, and then giving you information on all the registrations, on all the registrations you need to do. Because some people are not aware of what they need to do to, like registering for NI, bank registration, and all those things. We already have all those to help you have that information. And of course, also in terms of networks, because sometimes the job can just need know this person and come and work here. So we are building the networks to assist you in those areas. That's the best I can say in terms of that. But nevertheless, don't feel entitled to any one of these, and then don't think once you get there, then it's better for us. No. But the only two things I will assure you is you have a community to come into. And if you are the obedient type, not someone who doesn't work as a team, you have the platform, you have the community to work with that make the journey easier.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Jibola just asked me now. MC Umiyo, what about those that are not interested to go to UK? Other opportunities in other. Okay, I think the person is saying, sir, give us this thing you just talked about, schools you just other qualifications. Are they applicable to other countries too? Because UK is what you have been saying. I think this is what the person is saying.
The requirements are not far-fetched. When it comes to even other countries, any university you want to go into, The only difference that usually come into is the amounts, and then the requirement for IELTS. Or if you are going into a country that doesn't speak English, some universities among them will admit you to come even with your English, and some will require you to have an expertise in their language. So, but if you are lucky to get into English-speaking country, because Nigeria is what do you call it? It's a Anglophone country in terms of our official language. So it's easier to access the English-speaking countries. That's why we emphasize the UK. But there are other English-speaking countries. But the only thing that may be different about universities and is number one, the fee. Number two, the IELTS. Number three, which is the optional, is the assurance. If you fulfill all requirements for UK, if you fulfill all requirements, you are 100% coming in. But other universities, other countries, it is not always this straightforward. You will have to go to the consular, and then some will even require interview. For instance, USA, I can't give anybody 100% assurance for USA, even after you have got admission. And I can't give anybody 100% assurance that if you fulfill all requirements, because you still have to go through interview at the US Embassy. There is no 100% assurance. The same thing with Canada. I can't give anybody 100% assurance. The UK, if you fulfill all requirements, you have 100% assurance that you are coming in. That's why the emphasis on. It's not as if we can guide you on other universities. So far, we have agreements, and then our journey works together. We can guide you on those ones, but I don't usually give people 100% assurance when it comes to those ones. UK, they usually do not engage in physical interview. They just focus on the documents. Once you fulfill the documents and once you fulfill the rule, then you are more than happy. You are more than welcome. To quickly answer the question here. Anyway, anyway, I don't support the word Japa. Mr. Samimbo dropped the message. I don't support the word Japa. There is more to life than Japa. Even the good president is asking us to those who are brought to Japada. So you are not Japan. You are trying to pursue your career elsewhere, where you think what it requires for you to progress are already available. That's why you are trying to pursue your career at that place. So, and that is why, to make that possible, to make that easier, that's why we provide the community here for you to step into and then achieve your purpose here. You have a purpose of coming, and the purpose is not Japa. The purpose will be fulfilled once you are happy to work with us. So, and concerning that, the amount you just mentioned, the university that takes 2,000, I'm not so sure there's any university that takes 1,000 bets. 2,000, I'm not still so sure, but I can guarantee that the average amount they take is around £4,000. So, but if you reach out to MC Mayor, then we can see how it work. But I don't give guarantee on 1,000 or 2,000. But we can only try to see if there are universities that will take such. We are working hard to look at universities that will take less than 4,000 bets. The average amount right now is 4,000. That's just what I can say about that. I hope that answers your question. And then, of course, electrical engineering is among the part of the STEM courses we're talking about, and that's helps your qualification as well. So I hope that answers. Time is fast spent. If there is no other question,
I know you are very the way you're even looking at the time. I'm even looking at your face from.
except there is any other question.
I don't think there is. So thank you so much. That was a wonderful section. For those that are watching us or that will watch this later, if you have any question, we're going to send this video to our Facebook page and our YouTube page. So any question you can send it there. We would answer all of them. All of them. So, Mr. Dila, thank you so much for joining us.